Right, like to say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai,
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai,
Barakatha Yahweh,
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
All glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth. And this will be another GMS en route. You know, of course, I'm with the elders to Zion, Elder Anap, and you know, hey, spirit, honest, it's gonna just be end times. We call this the end times, because we're in the end times. You know, so it's appropriate for the time that we're in. And a thing that's been on my mind, really for the whole week or whatever, you know, one of the things, which is a key part of the prophecy, because of course, you know, that's what it's about at the end of the day, right? The spirit of the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, right? And that's what we're supposed to do. Prophets are supposed to prophesy. And we've been speaking for the longest about the nuclear destruction that's coming. And a lot of you even got people bugged out talking about there's no such thing as nuclear missiles, or the Bible doesn't speak about it, which we went through the scriptures and we proved it time and time throughout, which if you could hold Jeremiah the 51st chapter, but the Apostle Ramlab, he had sent me a video, you know, a video, which he did a show on it. I was seeing parts of it. I wanted to do something on it. I was watching it. It's a bad video called Doomsday. And I even see Apostle Tar, he did something. I didn't get to watch it yet. You know, of course I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, the documentary was showing in depth detail of a nuclear destruction. And for years, and it's no coincidence, because it's been in the news. You got the United States, they just tested some new nuclear ICBM missiles, right? They just tested new missiles. Russia been bragging about the new missiles they got, and they're going back and forth. You see, and remember, this is not too long from Trump removing from the nuclear arms treaty. You see, pulling out of it, which again, I believe that none of it was following that shit to begin with anyway. You know, that was just on paper. You know, that's how this devil do. You put things on paper, but you know, through the spirit, that's what's going to really end it all. You know, we at the end now. You see these plagues that are coming. The coronavirus is taking over, right? And we've been speaking on these things, prophesying, and even letting you know that the insiders, the elites, show you this in these movies that they put out there, such as Contagion, V for Vendetta, I Am Legend, you name them, Outbreak, right? They keep pushing these things. On Netflix, they got a series called, is it Pandemic or Epidemic? All right, so it's a series. I forget how many parts it is. I only got to the second one. You know, I didn't get through the whole series yet, but it's in the air. So you got the scripture. Yeah, go ahead. Yep,
it's Zephaniah 1 and 2. The Lord said, I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume men and beasts. I will consume the fowls of heaven.
Right, what's going to consume everything from the land? What has that power and capability to consume everything? You see?
The Lord swore.
Yep, go ahead.
Say, I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven, and the fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked, and will cut off man.
And the stumbling blocks of the wicked, meaning all this nonsense that Esau put out here, man. See, a lot of these, and speaking about these other organizations and everything, because there's only one truth at the end of the day. All right, that is true. It's not oh, he got part of the truth, they got part of the truth. It's one group that got the truth. So the Lord is going to magnify that and make it known, because Esau set up a lot of these other different organizations, from these churches to these Muslims to these even down to these what do you call it, whack conscious groups. All right, whether they know it or not, they're doing the Lord's will, because they are a stumbling block, and Esau allows that because Esau wants to keep our people away from this truth, because as long as our people are not in the truth, calling upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, in these last days, they're going to die.
And what scriptures prove that? The Lord said the deceived and the deceiver are both his, and the Lord said he shall choose your delusion.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's why the Lord had that happen like that. See, the Most High is not dealing. Really, this truth is for, and the Spirit. Apostle Cabal used to bring that point out years ago, and all of us used to speak on it about the elect. And even I remember going back to the old school. Like I said, I remember the setup of the scriptures, how we used to speak about how the Lord is only dealing with the elect of Israel. You know, we used to go into in Isaiah, the Lord left a remnant, right? Then we break down what does the word remnant mean, right? And then we go into Micah, right? Was it Micah, the 5th chapter, the remnant of Jacob? Always speaking about the elect in Isaiah, where it says Israel, mine elect. There's tons of scriptures that speak about the elect. So who's the Lord coming back for? Matthew's the 24th chapter, right? He said, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. He said, except those days be shortened, no flesh shall be saved. Because you see all these, and when you watch that documentary on the doomsday, and there's a few others about that give you an idea of what would have happened if America was under an EMP attack, if the cyber hackers or whatever, the cyber terrorists, so to speak, if they were to hack into the system and take over they could sit there, because everything is electronic and digital. Everything is based off of electronic signals. Your water supply, all right. Remember, they could cut your water off by the push of a button in a lot of places. You know, unless you got well water or whatever, then it's a little different. But then again, even having well water systems nowadays is all set up through electricity. So if they turn, you know what I mean? Everything is
on the grid.
Is on the grid and based off electronic communication to the nuclear. So that's why they say that's one of the biggest fears. And again, going back to the doomsday clock, that's why it's now, they said 100 seconds till midnight. I think it's even, we might, hell, hypothetically speaking, we could be like maybe 80 seconds to midnight from the time that they said 100 seconds, because that much stuff has transpired that leads in that direction of doom, which is doomsday for the so-called white man. All right, for Esau, you damn devils, man. All right, it's time, and it's about due, man. Like, people are acting like America ain't due for destruction. Yeah. After all the bullshit that, you know, and if you could get Isaiah 47, Babak Rashad.
Got it.
You know?
I got
yep.
Etymology for elect.
Okay, go ahead.
In the Greek, it's electos. Select, implication, favorite, chosen, elect.
Yeah. And it's going to be made known who's the favorite of the Lord, who the Lord chose. All right, because the Most High did not choose all these other nations, all these people, like they tell you in the Jehovah Wickedness Church and in all these other wicked Baptist church, that the Lord loves all. No, it's going to be made well known. If you can't get it, the Most High is going to make it well known when you see all these other nations getting fucked up. And the only people that's going to be okay in these times is the elect of Israel, regardless of what we have to go through. Because we are coming in a time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of thy temptation. Things are going to get a lot worse. And when all this hell happens, you're going to see the elect. The scriptures say, they that in Daniel's the 12th chapter, right? They that shall be wise shall shine as the firmament, man. Right? So the elect is going to shine in these days, because the Lord said that he's going to protect the elect. He said, none shall come near thee. All right? So that's why, you know, hey, we living more and more in a time where you got to just go in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and trust in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, you got it.
I got one for you. This is Matthew 24:31.
Uh-huh.
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
Right. They should gather together his elect. All right. And the holy angels, they're coming in the chariots, man, the so-called UFOs, which we did a show last night. I didn't pick up on it yet, but I guess the brother said you could see the chariots outside the window where we were filming at.
The 49-second mark.
The 49-second mark. Hey, and that's spiritual, man. And that's just the Lord showing all of us, brothers in his truth, that he's with us, man. You know, that's why you see more and more chariot sightings at the camp, at the end of the camp. You know, not that we to be out there chariot watching. We ain't, pushing that per se, because it's about Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai watching for the Lord. But the Lord is coming with clouds. He's coming on the chariot. So those are indicators that we in the right spirit by pushing the second coming of Yahweh Shai, pushing the real coming of the Lord. Not this bullshit they push out here in these stupid ass candy cane Christianity churches out here, man. You know?
The Rockies say them candy asses.
Yeah, they are. They a bunch of candy asses because they a bunch of sweet little Tootsie Roll faggot ass niggas in these churches, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And then when some shit happen, then they want to say, hey, they want to act like they know. No, they don't know. All right? And it's going to be, the Most High going to manifest everything, man. The scriptures say the day shall declare it, man. You see? Go ahead.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
This is
Uh-huh.
let's see, Micah 3.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah, that's all right. Take your time. Take your time. Because Esau's the one that's out of time, man. And really, time is on our side because we're about to go into eternity, man. That's why we had to go through the things that we go through, man. You know? The shed this mortal bodies that we're in, man. You see? And like we were speaking with the brothers down here in the Miami camp, you know, which we already died, man. All right? We're dead to this world, but we're alive in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, as the scriptures say. You see? So we're going from life into life. Okay? Jake is going to die. Jake is actually going to die because why? They despise the word of the Most High. You see? Yep. All right, go
This
ahead.
is Micah 3 and 5. It said, thus said the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace, and he that putteth not into their mouths, even they prepare war against him.
Right. Put if not into their mouth, meaning what? The truth, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High. The scriptures tell you what? In Isaiah, 33 and 6, right? Knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of thy time.
Okay.
You see? So these fake preachers out there and these fake prophets and the ones that might even call themselves Israelites but not doing what a real Israelite's supposed to be doing, what the Most High commanded us, the Lord said they're not putting it into your mouth. They're not giving you the understanding. That's why you don't know what time it is. You meet some of these other Israelite groups and you ask them about the mark of the beast. They give you some, bullshit dollar store breakdown, man. If they even if they deal with it, they might run away from that. You know, when you go into the prophecy, they can't deal with Daniel's the 10 toes. You know, they can't even go into the 7 heads. Who the 7 heads are? They don't understand. Second Ezra, the 12th chapter and the 13th chapter, going into the 16th chapter. Because why? They're not taught it. Because their leaders are not going into these things. Or when they do try to call themselves having classes, which they all, by the way, they all got that from watching the apostles and elders of GMS, right? Because some of them, but they doing it. See, we do it because we want to feed you brothers the knowledge and wisdom of the scriptures. They do it because they want to get members. They want to keep you under that control.
Money.
It's about money. I seen one. I caught like a quick glimpse of one of their classes. Man, they're not teaching these dudes nothing, man. You're not learning nothing in there.
It says, yep. It said, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace.
Right, and that's how they do. They rock Jake to sleep. They got Jake all worrying about good times. We're not in the time of having good times. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's a brotherhood, there's a fellowship. We're not all the time walking around with an ice grill or whatever, But we're serious minded, man. We ain't sitting there saying, look, we're gonna have a gala annual, GMS picnic or camp. The Most High ain't dealing with
unity camps.
Yeah, a unity camp, or even just amongst GMS. We're gonna have all the GMS members from all over gonna come together on this day. Nah, we ain't. Hey, even to the point where the Spirit got it to where even our Passovers, man, the Passovers, pretty much each camp does it amongst themselves. Or if there's anybody that is close to that camp or the brotherhood, they do it amongst themselves, which is spiritual because of the time that we're in. We're not in the time of King Josiah, man. King Josiah, we was in power back then. We're not in power. We still in captivity, man. And when you go back during the, time of Yahweh Shai, they held the Passover really amongst themselves. Yahweh Shai and the 12. You see? So that's how things are, and things are supposed to be that way to keep your mind sober and clear. You know, because Esau is, man, don't think this devil is taking breaks, man.
Hey, this one got precept for you.
Yep.
It's Proverbs 14 and 13. It says, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful.
Right. Because we don't really get a good laugh. That's why we can care less. I mean, yeah, Dave Chappelle will make some shit or whatever, and, you know, probably have you cracking up for a minute. But inside, you still sorrow. We're going to be sorrowful until we're out of this place, man. Until Yahweh Shai comes back and hopefully deliver us, man. Hopefully we're worthy, we're found worthy in that day. All right? Because nothing in this world really can change that, man. Everything is a temporary thrill. You might get a chick or whatever, you know, after you bust a nut, you like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. You know, you like, you know, and if you had to pay a couple of dollars for it, you're like, man, I want my money back. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in this society that really comforts you or satisfies you. The water, elder, not. There's nothing in this society that satisfies you, man. That's why brothers are always, you know, down, up and down, up and down. You know what I'm saying? Brothers are never walking around. You know, you see simple ass niggas, man. You know, just walking around with a smile from ear to ear. You know that he's just simple, man. Because the scriptures say a wise man doth scarcely smile.
It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
That's right.
Being oppressed. Now, even though we might laugh and joke, but here it is. We know that this man's coming in with the titles, what they call it, Rex 24, New World Order, Agenda 21. It's them coming in with mass death and destruction. So even though we might laugh, but we know we're in battle. And we know the things to come.
Yeah, we're still in Babylon. We're not in our kingdom yet.
That's right.
We're still living in Babylon the Great. Once we go out them doors, we're still, the realization you're still in Esau's, you're still captured by Esau for now.
You're a slave.
You're a slave still. You gotta go back and pay your fucking, work some fucking job, whether it's a so-called cushy job or a fucked up, it's still a fucking slavery.
Yeah.
You're still bound, man.
Yeah, think about it. Even
Right.
if you're a professional sports player making hundreds of millions, right? Them crackers could trade you and reroute your family at any time. Then if, let's say you retire, you're still paying this double astronomical taxes.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a slave.
All the way to your death. And even after
Taxes
your
is
death.
tribute are synonymous.
That's right.
So until Yahweh Shai comes back and delivers us and his kingdom is established and he makes the men of the nation of Israel joint ears with them, then we're going to be laughing when we don't even understand what that we don't even understand what that kind of laughter is, man.
Yeah, true.
Cause we laughing now, ain't no. You think you laughing? There ain't no laughing. All right.
Yeah.
We gonna. Cause why? Everything's gonna be harmonious, joyous. We're gonna be ruling all the other nations will be under our feet. Everything's gonna be righteous. Ain't gonna be no dudes walking around with man purses or perms like a bitch.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no dykes walking around. Ain't gonna be no weirdos, freaks. All right. Everything's gonna be righteous, man. Then we're gonna be laughing and praising Yahweh Bashim. What's that, Psalms?
Yeah.
On their beds, if you get that scripture, that's a good one.
Yep, I grab it.
You
I'll
know?
finish this one, I'll grab it.
Cut.
This Proverbs 14 and 13 again said, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful,
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful because we still in hell. All right?
and the end of that mirth is heaviness.
Matter of fact, that dude Smokey Robinson had a song back in the 60s called Tears of a Clown.
Yep.
And if you listen to the lyrics, he's saying, even though I got a smile on my face, I'm hiding my sadness.
Yeah.
You know?
Think about it. We've been catching hell ever since. Think about it. Even them celebrities, they might have got a little piece of the pie, but when they go to these high-end hotels, restaurants, Esau and their wickedness rear their horns out. You know, that's something that's not spoke about enough.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. I got it.
You got it?
Yep. Psalms 149. I start verse 1. It says, "Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, singing to the Lord a new song."
Sing unto the Lord a new song. That's a song that we're singing right now, which is the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that you find in the Bible and the Apocrypha, which are all one book. People try to make the Apocrypha is a separate book. That's one book.
That's right.
The devil, our captor, took it apart.
And see, and this is what you're supposed to be having Jake getting focused on when you come together and all this, not having them focus on events and coming to this show or debate, support this. Look, I got these new hair products,
That's right.
hair club for Hebrew hair club for men and all that other dumb crazy shit. Nah, that's not what a focus is supposed to be. You're supposed to get Jake to focus on the word of the Lord, man. All right, and learn that song and learn, because that's the problem. They don't know, but then again, how could they teach the song unless they knew this? If they don't know the song,
Exactly.
you know, if they knew the song, then they would teach it. You know, it says, in his praise in the congregation of saints, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. And this is speaking about, and you're going to tell, because we're not joyful right now, we're not joyful. So when is it speaking about? What time period is this talking about? Let's talk about the kingdom of heaven. So when you read about the book of Psalms, there's a lot of prophecies in it, man. All right, it speaks about Babylon, which is America. All right, and it's prophetic. So there's prophecies that are found within the book of Psalms, because King David was a prophet as well. So this is the kingdom of heaven that King David is speaking about, that is yet to be established, but it's coming real soon.
Hey, what Apostle Gabar always bring up, America, the root word for America means bitter.
Bitter, that's right.
Think about it. You got celebrities, even though they sell out. Let's give an example, like LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
He's still on national TV talking about, he worried about when his sons get older, they're going to make it back home. But the cops going to pull them over and shoot you.
Yeah.
Now, you know, and as somebody of prestige, so-called in this world, how much more for the common folk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures call this place the shadow of death. Besides all the wickedness, but you never know when you might be taken out, man. Even from our own people. You gotta worry about the devil. You gotta worry about our own people. That's why this is hell. This is really hell. When you die, you go rest in heaven, in the spiritual realm with the Heavenly Father and the Son and the rest of the angels. While you're here on earth, this is where heaven and hell is played out as far as condition-wise. The white man's hell is the Israelite. The white man's heaven is the Israelite man hell.
Yeah, that's right. It says, let them praise his name in the dance. Right? And that name, all right? See, like I said, they say a lot of things about GFS and everything, but one thing you got to admit, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're not afraid to stand up for the word of the Most High on all levels, all right? If you sit there and try to, which other groups have did, you know what I'm saying, try to sit there and shortchange the Most High's name, which that's in violation of the commandments anyway. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain, all right? Meaning as worthless as is nothing. Because Nate used to say, it doesn't matter what you call the Most High, you can call him whatever, yo play. You know, you got guys changing up the name of the Lord to a higher, Yeshaya, and all this other nonsense. And nobody else said nothing, man. But us. You see? But us. So now in the kingdom, we're gonna truly get to praise the name of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And so in the dance, and that's how you know it ain't talking about crackers, man. All right, because the crackers don't have a dance because they can't dance. Crackers have a mosh pit. That's what Esau do. All right, Esau, they praise Satan in the mosh pit. We praise the Lord in the dance. All right, but Esau praised Satan in the mosh pit. So you know this ain't talking about Esau, man, because Esau don't dance. And if you find a cracker that can dance, the chances is he's an Israelite. All right, if he got that rhythm, because Esau don't got. We were made with different rhythms. It's just what it is. All right. So if you see a so-called white boy, like you got a basketball player, if y'all don't know him, Google him or whatever, White Chocolate, Jason Williams, that's a nigga. All right. I mean, he got a look of a nigga kind of, but he plays basketball because playing ball is a rhythm. All right. That's what it's all about, getting your rhythm. Any sports or boxing, fighting or whatever. And Esau knows that, which makes Jake so superb, is because Jake plays and fights with rhythm, in a rhythm. All right, Edomites just go wild style, like, you know what I'm saying? Tasmanian devil style, you see? But it says, let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp, for the Lord take his pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. And what is that speaking about? And we just mentioned this. That's speaking about the kingdom of heaven. All right, because right now we ain't. Who's waking up in the morning singing and all happy? Only way you doing that if you got demons on you, maybe. I'm so excited. You might wake up like that.
Yeah, satanic spirit. On
Maybe with a satanic spirit, man. When you wake up, you fucking start growling at me. You are angry and shit, man. You don't want to talk to nobody.
Alarm clock go off, you want to throw it out the fucking window.
Yeah, you gonna throw it out the window, man. So this is the kingdom. It said we're gonna sing aloud upon our beds, man. When we wake up, we're gonna be happy, and we're gonna have a lot to be happy about. One, the Lord saved us and delivered us. We're gonna be in total righteousness, totally healthy. You're not gonna have not even so much as a bad. It ain't gonna be one Israelite with a stinking breath. All right, you ain't gonna work boogers and shit. Mucus, and we ain't even gonna have boogers, man. You know what I'm saying? No type of mucus whatsoever, man. That's how beautiful it's gonna be. And then on top of that, we're gonna have slaves. We're gonna have slaves. These same devils that put all of us in slavery, that put all this hell on us on this side and made shit hella difficult for us to do anything in this setup, we're gonna get a chance. The shoe's gonna be on the other foot. Like the elders are not what you're saying, it's gonna be a trade in places, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be truly the so-called white man's burden. Or better yet, Esau's burden. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. All right? So I don't know if you brothers want to chime in on that. About the high praises being in our mouth.
That's right, the high praise of Yahweh Bashim. Why? Because we're outside of this nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
All right? This so-called way of life, as you people know it, is really a night to the righteous. It's a nightmare.
That's right.
Only the wicked enjoys what's going on right now. So when we finally in our kingdom, we're gonna. Matter of fact, there's another scripture says this is gonna be like a bad dream.
Oh yeah, Job. Yep.
And we're gonna be praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna have a two-edged sword in our hands. Because why? We're gonna execute vengeance on our enemies, as the scripture is gonna tell you.
That's right.
And when you read Psalms 83, it gives you a list of our enemies. And Esau, the so-called white man, comes in number 1. All right?
That's right. That's right. So it says, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Verse 7, to execute vengeance.
To bring vengeance. There goes your vengeance is mine is the Lord. You're right. The vengeance is the Heavenly Father's. And he's going to use his men to execute it. Read it again.
Right, to execute vengeance.
To execute vengeance.
Upon the heathen.
Upon the heathen. All the other nations that persecuted the Israelites. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right?
And punishments upon the people.
And punishments. And we're going to put punishments on all these different people. The so-called white man. The so-called Asians. Which they going through that shit over there in Wuhan right now.
Yeah, Wuhan.
That's just the beginning of their miseries that's to come.
That's right.
The Lord said this is the day of Edom and the heathen.
That's right.
They're not excluded. I mean, the spirit, we know that the Lord got a direct target on Esau, but the rest of them heathen too.
Yeah.
Some Africans,
That's
the
right.
Polynesians, the East Indians, they all had a hand in persecuting us, and the Lord's going to require it. So that's why when we see the Ethiopians with Sally Struthers over there with the with eating them Hamites eating them fly sandwiches, we don't feel no type of way. When we see Wuhan over there empty and looking like a ghost town, we understand that's the Lord's judgment.
God.
Yeah. That's right. It says, to bind the kings with chains and the nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord.
Was written. Them that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity.
That's right.
All those who bless thee shall be blessed. All those who curse thee shall be cursed. Then Deuteronomy 30:7, Moses says it's going to come a time where the blessings and curse come to our nation, and we're going to return to the Lord, whether whatsoever we will scatter through the four corners of the earth, and the Lord's going to pour these curses upon all our enemies. All our enemies. Anyone that's not part of the 12 tribes of Israel, they're an enemy. They're enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All
That's
those
right.
who come up against thought is an enemy.
That's right. That's right, bro.
Come up against us. You know, and the heathen are joined together. That's why you got the UN. The what's over there? The United Nations. You got the what's over there? The EU. You don't hear none of them talking about the atrocities and the wickedness that come upon our people. They talking about further and pushing the New World agenda, and that's talking about annihilating majority of our nation.
That's right.
Even their own people. So how much you think they really care about us?
Yeah. Hey, Michael Jackson told you that they don't really care about us.
Oh yeah, that was a luministic. That was an inside song against the elites.
Yeah.
You know, he was telling them.
Michael Jackson
He called out the so-called Jew in his lyrics in that.
So wait a minute. If Michael Jackson, right, the ultimate,
The king of pop.
the king of pop, king of getting pop, the king of popping little kids and whatever he was popping pills and everything. The king of pop, Michael Jackson. If he sit there and say they don't really care about us, all right, yeah, okay, that's the infamous Hard Rock hotel or motel or casino shaped like a guitar. But the king of pop is sitting there telling you that, man. Who the hell is these other niggas talking about? No, not all white people. The white man's not the devil. Who the fuck are you? You got Michael Jackson was gone, man. That nigga had to get a fake nose, a detachable nose. He was gone out to lunch. But even he knew with his wicked pedophile ass, he knew that Esau, the so-called white man, is the devil. That's why, like he said, he wrote that song. They don't really care about us. Jew me, sue me, and all that other shit he was saying, man. You see? So it's coming out, man. It's coming out, man. The word is out. These other nations, they're bringing Esau's track record out. You see, because why? Esau's going around, you know, which he done, you know, he's ruling over us, like it says in Isaiah 14 in the congregation in the north, right? Roughly paraphrasing it over here in North America. But he's also going to these other countries trying to push them around. And the reason why he was able to do it, because why? They was the only ones that had the heavy duty missiles, atomic bombs and everything back then. But as the prophecy goes back in Isaiah the 14th chapter, the other nations, let the weak say I'm strong. The other nations, they done came up. All right, and the Lord said he was going to rise up the kings from old. He's going to raise them out of their graves. So they be coming back into powers to where they're talking tough. That's why you got Putin taking a stance. Russia been back to the USSR, man. You see what I'm saying? And they're not worried about the United States. And Iran is not really worried about it. It's only people over here that think so. You understand? But anyway, this was a quick hit. Unless you brothers got another scripture or something.
Hey, don't worry. We're gonna come with another one anyway, brothers.
Oh yeah,
back to back, marathon type stuff, man. So for now, you know, we'll say Shalom.
Yep.
Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, your thumb stay strong in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua.
That's right. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Shalom.
Yeah,